Welcome to Fresh Jugo. I'm your host, Julián. We're here live from Villa Rica in the Jacuzzi with the very talented Harrison Wayne and Isaac Mehki.
Yes, yes.
How y'all fellas? How y'all doing?
We're doing well tonight. We're in the Jacuzzi. It's hard to be bad in here.
Right.
Oh, tap it up.
Nice. Yes, sir.
Oh, happy to be here. Thank y'all for taking the trip out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Reporting.
This is my house. I live here. Thank you guys for coming. It means a lot to me.
Thank you for having us here, dude. It's great. It feels warm. It's like, what, 101 degrees, 88 degree weather outside.
Literally.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. The only thing I don't like is these mosquitoes biting me, but
You got to get low.
you gotta get low. I think it works out. I think it really works out.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's great. We're at the water line, like right at the top. Our feet are touching. Like
Yes.
it's a good time.
Yeah, and it's off camera too.
Yeah. It's just purely for the love of the game.
Yeah. Take that thing.
Yo.
Yeah.
Throw me a question, bro.
So your question?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're leaving. So you're leaving to where are you going? Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
You're going to Carnegie Mellon, right?
Carnegie Mellon.
Carnegie Mellon, full ride, just off the art, bro. How do you feel? How do you feel about it?
I'm rejoicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super awesome.
It'd be a single, what's it called, eligible bachelor up in Pittsburgh. How do you feel?
I'm not focused on that, bro. I stick to the books.
Yes.
I'm a man of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man of the grind.
More like grinding on guys.
Oh, whoa.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Okay, my bad.
I was saying I'm just going to focus on my art.
Nice.
Carnegie Mellon's got a great program, so it's going to be really cool. I'm blessed to be able to go.
What are you gonna major in?
There's one major, studio arts. So it's interdisciplinary. You do whatever I want. And I'm hyped because I have access to their acting and music program, which is like world class. They have like a bunch of Oscar winners that came from there and
Shout out.
Grammy winners. So it's cool.
You're gonna be the next one, bud.
An Oscar and a Grammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm winning the I'm the next EGOT.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All of them.
I can see it.
And the Nobel Peace Prize.
Okay.
And the Nobel Prize for Culture and Arts.
Okay.
What are you going to win?
Everything else.
Yeah.
I'm taking home the rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting the Grammy.
Yes.
Getting the Oscar.
Yes. All that's part of the EGOT, but
That's what I'm saying.
I'm coming in second.
Once I make my diss track against Isaac and I get the Grammy for it, it's gonna be solidified.
Yeah, totally.
You know? What
Yeah.
you, Harrison? What you got going on?
Yeah, you've never had me on the podcast. People don't know what the vibe is.
I know.
I'm staying in Atlanta
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future. I got a good job, stable.
Shout out.
Shout out Lionheart Framing for the people at home. If you need anything framed, pull up on us. 3 artists in the shop,
Okay.
holding it down.
That's low-key free promo, and I'm gonna cut that out.
That's totally fair. But it's a lit ass job though. You got to keep that in.
Yeah. No, I'm keeping it as cool.
Yeah. Besides the day job, I'm just in the studio working.
Yeah.
Got a show coming up. Trying to press hard for that.
Yeah.
Keep an ear to the ground for more information on that.
Nice. I would say most recently I seen your work at Hawkins HQ at Miracle Workers, and then also at the Sandler Hudson show,
Indie Rockers.
Indie Rockers,
Yes.
curated by the Isaac right here,
Yes, my boy.
Isaac Mehki Ashmore.
Yeah, those were good shows. That was my
Yeah.
first time showing a new body of work, and it was really exciting. Isaac got to help me figure out a good idea for it.
Yeah.
Tried a different idea for the Hawkins show. Sometimes you got to try new ideas out.
Yeah.
And then for the next show in August, we'll see. I got new ideas still.
Yeah.
Always a new idea.
I thought it was pretty cool doing the exploded clay pieces and the other materials as well. I thought it was
Yeah.
really cool. I enjoyed the ones more at Hawkins.
Those were, it's interesting. Even though the shows opened so close to each other, this work is so active for me that between the 2 shows opening, I finished making, I fired through the kiln all the pieces at Miracle Workers. So those pieces didn't even exist when we were curating Indie Rockers.
Wow.
But I'm glad that you can tell the work is still improving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun body of work. Clay and explosives, having fun in the studio. You know how it is.
I know. Just seeing some of the footage you sent into the group chat. Shout out Honey Pack homies.
Oh my god.
I'm putting it on the spot. Some of the footage you sent and just the photos are pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on, dude. Come on now.
Thank you.
Don't get shy now.
No shyness.
We're in the koozie, dude.
No shyness. I'm trying to practice humility though.
Harrison's a shy boy.
I can see that.
Can you really?
I can see
He has
that,
been his
bro.
entire life.
I actually have been.
Yeah, back when we knew each other 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He was in 5th grade and I was in 1st grade.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I remember people used to be like, "Oh, there's Shy Harrison.
Yeah,
there's Shy Harrison."
I remember that because
look at him; he's wetting his pants.
Yeah, I remember at the same time when I was in 6th grade,
Right.
I was hanging with the elementary schoolers, you know, and being like, "Oh, these lame
Yeah,
ass boys."
you put my head in the toilet that one time.
That's true. That is true.
Summer of 06?
Yeah, summer of 06.
I
Let me
recall.
go ahead and ask both of you guys a question.
Yeah, sure.
As honestly a salty dog myself,
What do you mean by that?
when was the last time that you two were within a body of water like this that was not your bathtub?
Let me take this. I spent a lot of time in Western North Carolina with my girlfriend, Isaiah Aaron Jones. Shout out.
Should I put your full government name out there?
Yeah, actually, that's crazy, but fuck it. We're live. But I spent a lot of time in the river with her. We go to the Pisgah National Forest. We go to Gorgeous Falls. So I was in a damn waterfall, reflecting pool, river action a week ago.
I went to Gorgeous Falls, and everyone said they knew you.
Yeah, type shit.
Here's the issue with that answer. That's freshwater, buddy.
Oh, you're talking about a salty dog?
You're not a salty dog.
This ain't even salted. This is chlorinated.
For the listeners at home, this is salted.
Fair enough.
I personally am a landlubber, dog, so I can't remember the last time I was actually... Probably last summer I went to a pool.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was probably like 2-3 years ago that I went to like a hot tub.
Right.
No, that's not true. It was a year ago. I went to a hot tub up in Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
It didn't go over like 60 degrees, bro. It was cold.
Let me ask you something. No, I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to tell you something. If you were coming back here
Yeah.
and being like, can I interview you guys for a podcast? The very first thought in my head, if I had never met you, would be like, that's a landlubber.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I would be like,
Based
that's a
on what?
landlubber.
Based on what?
I just know you're not a salty dog. You don't have the salty dog aura.
I don't got my sea legs, bro.
I know.
Sorry.
You need to go on a carnival cruise.
We need to get you on a cruise, Jay.
J-Cast on the cruise?
J-Cast on the carnival cruise.
Dude, I just turned down a cruise for this summer because I was like, I don't want to be on a boat. Like, to me, like, if I'm traveling, spending money to travel, I'd rather be, like, somewhere, not on a boat.
I got nothing to say to that, but
Have you been on a cruise?
I have. When I was younger, I didn't like it at all. I was terrified the whole time. I really didn't fuck with it. I'm kind of past these. Yeah. But I have aspirations of wanting to be on the ocean. I want to go deep sea fishing. I want to go diving. I'm trying to explore.
Okay.
It's a whole alien world out there.
I don't know, man. I think the ocean's all right. It just doesn't really interest me.
That's fair. But it is like 2/3 of the globe.
That's what I'm saying. And it's just like, they don't know what's under it. Like, to me, it's like, okay. And
Somebody's got to go down there and find out.
it could be you. It could be you.
Do you feel the same way about space?
No, space is interesting.
Bro, we talking about on the planet versus off the planet. You need to keep your mind as a grown man on this planet.
I'm just saying, dude, look, the fish and the weird fish that you see under the water is neat. But, like, okay, you get to the bottom, you're going to find rocks and sand, bro. You're going to find crabs, right?
The hell do you think you're going to find in space?
More cool rocks. It's like
Cool rocks? Do you know what asteroids are? They're not that cool, bro. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know I've seen one.
What's that one emperor that had like a knife, a dagger made out of a meteorite?
I don't want to guess. That seems like a dangerous thing to do.
I don't know.
What did you say?
It was like some emperor or whatever. He had a dagger. I think it was like a Roman. He had like a dagger made out of a meteorite.
You talking about Skyrim?
No. The legendary item, bro.
Yeah, you talking about Skyrim.
I think I played that mod.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a mod, bro. That's mainline.
I don't know, man. I just think, look, I think there's so much unexplored in the space, but you can actually see it.
Like space?
Yeah.
Oh, in space, not
space.
the space.
Not the space.
Okay.
But I'm saying, you get to the bottom of the ocean, there's water, there's sand, you know? But space, they just be like finding like weird planets and like rocks.
Say something to that. He's got a point. My personal opinion on this is that space travel is incredibly cool, and that the inventions that have come apart as a symptom of us researching how to travel space are incredible. But I really just feel like we're too focused on that shit. We're spending too much money on it. To be honest with you.
Honestly, while it is still very cool, I think other problems should be focused on more because you know, even if we like, why would you want to live on Mars, bro? There's nothing there. It's red.
It's kind of what I'm thinking. It seems kind of loner vibes to try and go to Mars.
That's a party foul, dude.
It didn't spill.
What do I got to do now?
It didn't spill.
Normally,
the podcast.
normally we'd give you a shot, but that's okay. We'll let it slide this
No,
time.
I don't think I need that.
We'll let it slide this time.
I do. I'm enjoying the acrobatics of figuring out when to pass the microphone back and forth.
I'm not.
I think it's good though. I think it's good. Just it's getting kind of hot.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
I'm taking this one now. Why us for a 2-man?
Two of Atlanta's hottest white boys in a tub with me. What do you mean? What else do you need to pitch it, dude?
I mean, I'm just curious. Have you had any duos on before? Is it just us?
First of many, right? But this is just
let me get this straight.
yeah.
This is my best friend and my brother.
Yeah.
But duo implies something strange to me that I don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Some of the white on white action. That was going to be a question. Hold on. That was going to be a question though. When and how did y'all meet?
Oh, this is a funny story. I love, bro. We met first through Instagram. This is no cap. This is also borderline Glaze territory. So I'm gonna try and keep it succinct.
Pause.
But another artist and somebody showed me Isaac's work on Instagram. It came across our feed at the same time. Back when you were in undergrad. This is probably like 4 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember DMing you, glazing you like crazy, talking about, dude, your work is so sick. Where's your studio? I want to come see it. But then we didn't link up. We like DM back and forth a little bit, but then we just linked up by chance when I went to like a GSU Open Studios thing for the MFA department.
Yeah. No, it wasn't by chance. I invited you.
I was going anyways. Is the thing. He doesn't know that. So. But I didn't even know the undergrads had work up. So that's how we
crazy.
Met.
Because I think I took up like a whole wall with a bunch of amazing paintings and sculptures.
I remember what happened. I walked in the room with some homies and I saw your work and I said, "Oh, that's Isaac Mehki's work." I said Isaac Mehki. That's Isaac Mehki's work. And this motherfucker turned around from across the room and he went, "Yeah."
That's pretty cool. And then y'all just been cool since then?
What about your POV? Because he saw it from that way, right?
Yeah.
What did you see?
It's a dangerous question.
Yeah.
So from my point of view, I was just going about my business, doing my little art grind, trying to like, build a little audience, get some attention to my work.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I get a DM from a grown man. And he talking about some, "Oh, I love your work," heart emoji, angel face emoji, tornado. And I'm like, "Appreciate that, bro."
Yeah.
Disappearing messages.
It's like at least 5% cap. It's like 5% cap.
And then he was like, "Bro, when can I see you?"
I believe it, bro.
And I was like, "Oh, you know what? I have an open studio happening. Mind you, I'm 21. He like 30." And I was like, "Here's my open studio. Pull up." So he came. He was being just so weird.
Why'd you ask me?
But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? He's showing true respect, and that's why I gotta lock in with him.
he was respecting the OG, bro.
He was respecting me like big bro. So that's why I was like, hey, I gotta lock in with little twin right here.
Type.
That's a little big bro.
That's pretty cool. I do like that story. I like your rendition better.
Oh, thank you.
What? Yeah, for sure. Man, we've been kicking it ever since, bro. Off and on. We really didn't become like crazy good friends at first. I remember you and I would just see each other out at openings.
Talking about the petroleum jelly.
Oh yeah, my first like real memory of this dude. We were at an opening at Mint Gallery, the old location over in the
Rest in
West End.
peace, the Mint.
Facts. But this man came up to me with Tim Flowers, and you were having some crazy conversation with him about painting or something, and he walked up to me in a trench coat. Isaac did, and he was like, "You're a chemist. I need to know how to make a petroleum jelly that hardens. Is that possible?" Yeah, he would just come up to me at openings and ask me the dumbest material questions that a chemist doesn't know.
The question I think was, what can I add to petroleum jelly to get it to solidify or at least coagulate in a certain way? And then you had answers. Don't be like,
answers.
"Oh, he was
Well,
stupid."
of course I had answers. I kind of like defined the whole way that you started writing directly after that with the enamel paintings. Yeah. No, it's not true. It's not true.
Nah, it's true.
Facts.
I believe it. I think Isaac told me one time on the low. One time we had like a dinner up in Dahlonega with the wine and like whatever, and he's like, I think I need to thank all my studio practice and like the things I've been doing to Harrison Wayne. Yes. And I was like, you're so right. Yeah. Shout out Georgia Chemistry. Shout out Harrison Wayne. Like, let's cheers to that, buddy.
Type shit, bro. That's okay.
Cheers to.
Hey.
Yup. All right, buddy.
Yeah, Harrison basically started everything I do.
Yeah. You know what's funny? When did I meet y'all like 4 years ago now?
Maybe.
That's crazy.
I think it's like the
5. It's 2026.
no. I think we're going on like 26 or 27 years.
like 5 years.
Like 26 or 27 years.
26
26
Where
years.
did we meet for the first time?
I
Was it
think
an opening?
you're definitely an opening. Yeah. I know I met that man, Isaac Mehki.
Mackay.
I know Mackay. I know it's Mackay. I know. I'm saying because when we had a whole conversation about this.
Everybody does.
He's like, it's Mackay. I don't know why people say Mehki, and I was like, after that,
Why did everybody do my voice like that?
because it is. That's how you sound.
No, I don't.
Very
I don't sound like
whiny, very
Mackay,
whiny.
Isaac Mehki. I don't sound like that, bro. So
Very whiny. But anyways,
whiny, bro.
because I remember we went to where did we go with some pizza bar that had no pizza? What was it called? I don't know. Anyways, but I remember walking with this guy Isaac, and he was like, "Man, everyone says Mehki.
Yeah.
It's not Mehki, it's Mackay." And after that, I've been saying Mackay. Anytime I talk about Isaac, it's very highly. I say Mackay. Anyways,
Thank you,
yes,
What's the man got other than his name?
that's what I'm saying. But look, I think
Harrison.
I know I met Isaac first at Temporary Studios by Murphy Rail.
Oh, I do remember that, bro.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Cause I remember, like, I think I was saying with Sergio and knowing them.
Yeah.
Shout out Sergio Suarez and Noah Reyes.
Yes.
Shout out Ezetelin.
Sure. Yes.
Anyways, and then Isaac was there, and people were, I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" He's like, "Hey,
Hey.
It's like, "Hey, what's up?"
I was probably like, "What's up, twin?"
Yeah. I was like, "Oh shit, what's up?" But that was cool. And then just from there, like seeing you more and more at openings, what's it called, auto farming every place we go to.
Pretty much the Isaac story.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it'd be in the middle of the summer, hottest days in the summer. There's Isaac, full leather suit in the studio, in the art gallery,
Yeah.
just looking around.
See, but y'all weren't there for the trench coat days. I remember this vividly.
Nah,
we really have blown up in the past couple of years.
Nah, he was wearing like a biker jacket at the time.
What about us? When did we meet, twin?
I think we met officially at White Space. I forgot. I think it might have been Sergio's show.
too early.
Wow, that's where connections happen.
Been friends long enough, bro.
Well, because I think at one point I did follow you on Instagram,
Type shit.
and
Many such cases.
Yeah, I know. What's it called? Using Instagram to meet guys is crazy. But anyways,
You can speak to that.
Why can't I speak to that? Because you try to hit me up that way, right?
dude, Isaac be posting like model photos and like trying to like model the camera. Comment section full of dudes. Crazy.
Why is this in the second? First of all, Isaac is the first one you've ever had on the podcast twice. The glaze is crazy. So you're already suspect.
Isaac,
Second of all, in
Isaac was
both
begging
episodes,
me, bro. He was begging for the JCast, bro.
I know how that shit
He
goes.
wanted to talk to the Mexican, bro.
I know how that shit goes.
So I was like, you know what? I made the boss call. I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah, but second time, I'm going to push a little further,
Sure.
and I'm going to say, why have you brought up the sexy ass photos that my best friend be posting on both episodes you've had him on the podcast?
Because it's
a little
very
suspect.
noticeable, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the first clips he ever posted on Instagram.
You said I'm very noticeable. Go ahead and explain yourself on that one, big dog.
I'm just saying.
Why?
Besides your work,
I know what you're saying. I'm saying
besides your
why.
work, you don't know what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm saying. You're not listening. You're not listening to the words I'm saying to you.
You ain't saying that.
You're hearing me, but you're not listening. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So go ahead. Tell me why I'm so interesting, bro.
Because, bro, you be trying like the hardest, and I'm like, yo, these are good photos. But like I can tell you be like flexing up your whole face.
I know we not. I know,
I be looking good naturally, bro. What can I say?
Don't give me that.
what do you, I'm natural. What are you talking about?
He just put in a little effort.
I'm.
Whoa.
I put up.
Yeah.
How does one gain that confidence? Though?
Good question. I don't know. It's kind of complicated. I think a certain level of confidence came to me through art and like understanding performance art in a certain way
Yeah.
as a way of and intervening in regular life.
Yeah.
So the way that I'm applying that to confidence, I'm saying that through performance art, you can investigate the rules of regular life. The rules are made up by other people. They're just rules that other people said, this is what you should follow.
Yeah.
But then as individuals, we can just choose to do what we want to do.
True.
There are consequences to that, but that allows you, I think, in my mind at least, some sort of confidence to be like, I can be whatever I want to be and whoever I want to be. Like,
Yeah,
that's
for
not,
sure.
It's literally the only person stopping me is me.
That is true. That's the thing with a lot of artists or people who want to do creative stuff. They get in their head and insecure. And maybe they are creating, but they don't put it out. Or they have ideas for it, or they don't make it.
One thing that you've taught me over time is that I feel like when I'm in the studio and I'm making the best work is when I'm allowing myself to have like the most fun possible. Like I'm just trying to like explore intuitively, having fun, doing what I want to do, and not being so scared of like the judgment that comes with it. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, there's something like some advice I've given other people before, and I think probably you too, is like whatever you're, and this is, I guess you could apply this to other things in life, but I'm just thinking about art because that's what I do. Some people, especially young artists, will come up and will talk about like, I don't know what to make art about, or I don't know like where my voice is or what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. But it's like, one, you're overthinking it. Two, it makes sense to overthink it because we're taught to overthink it. But whatever you wake up thinking about, whatever you think about when you're not thinking about art, make art about that.
Yeah.
And then to your point about like showing the work or putting it out there, not like you don't have to. I think that like it's interesting to like, I just think art making is innate to human beings in general. So I don't think putting it out has anything to do with it, but the confidence to like actually create something and keep it around, even if it's just to yourself.
I think that's fair enough, right? I think some people don't want like to build a career out of it. It's just like a way of self-expression, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, when I say like people who don't put it out and want to, I mean people who are trying to make a career out of the arts. That's what I mean.
Okay.
But people are scared of that because they're scared of getting judged. And it's like, really? You get judged for doing anything. So it's like, might as well like put it out.
Yeah, genuinely. Also, the bar for entry for like, I mean, I had my colleague and one of my really good friends, Andrea, told me that she went to the art fair last year and she left feeling incredibly inspired to make art. I'm really putting her on blast by saying her name with this because a lot of the participants of the fair were just like making and showing absolute, minimum effort bullshit, to be honest with you. And so like the barrier for entry for like showing art is pretty low. Like I feel like it's easy to be emboldened by encountering artwork that just isn't very compelling and being like, oh, I can show what I want to show. These people are taking this.
Definitely. I think, yeah, definitely that where I'm just like, you go to show or like it's that type of mentality where people go to shows and they're like, I could have made that. And it's like, yeah, you could have, but you didn't. But if you do, you could be in the running too.
Yeah, if you decide you want to be.
Yeah. I feel that way. Here, what do you think?
I had a conversation with another buddy.
Running?
Say again?
What is the running? You could be in the running.
Like showing my hands in? Like I mean I just mean like showing work, getting maybe a show, getting representation, like all that. But if you don't like I'm just saying, as an artist, like if you don't put anything out or show anything, your chances are lower. I'm not just saying even social media, but just kind of like putting it out. Kind of obviously there's artists who can like succeed without social media. Right? They have like whatever collectors, representation, and have their own thing. But I'm just saying, if you're not putting it out to the world, I mean, even past social media, then it's like, how do you expect to do anything with your career?
I think that's an extraordinarily complicated question.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the whole, like, if we're talking about, like, in the running being, like, this idea of professionalized activity as it relates to your studio practice, it's such a complex and wide.
There's also the idea of, like, what is an art career right now?
Yeah, totally.
What does that even mean? Like, does it mean that you're making an object?
Yeah.
Or having anything to put out? Because some people have art careers that have nothing to do with any of that. And,
totally.
And also, or they blew up. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It's super complicated.
Thank you.
Hold that.
Anyways, no, okay. Obviously, everyone's goals are different, right? Someone's true, right?
We have very different goals. We've talked about this.
My goal is to get a bag. My goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Now we should talk about our goals. This is a really interesting conversation. I feel like I've had a lot of fun conversations with peers in Atlanta and friends and different states, different scenes, whatever. Yeah. And it's been a long journey for me, especially the past like 2 or 3 years since like really like leaving behind a career as an industrial research chemist. Yeah. Golly.
Hey.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You want to turn that off?
Yeah, how we turn it off?
There's a button.
Which one?
Probably the wave whirlpool emoji.
Okay.
No, see, that's totally off. Okay, cool.
What's wrong?
Talking about goals. I've had a long journey of trying to like untangle these ideas of like the goals of my peers around me and figuring out what my own goals are. And I think that I kind of have a place of like, I feel pretty confident in a place of peace that like my goal is to find a job where the labor is gratifying and not like doing distinct damage to my body over time. That allows me the financial support to just keep making work till the day I die. Whether it's professionalized or not, I don't know if I want to continue that forever. But I don't. My goal is not to like have a practice that sustains me commercially. I don't think I'm comfortable with those pressures existing in my studio too much. But
I would say mine is unabashedly, but I think the unselfish part of that is I would like to use that ability to to then be a patron of knowledge too, to be able to be like, I'm gonna go teach and do this.
Sure.
You know, I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. It's been my dream, so it makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Oh,
But I think I don't know what I think. Oh, it's hot.
I think goals are really important. I think goals are important.
Yeah.
And figuring out what you want without lying to yourself is important. Well, and if you want to be a star, you can be a star. There's nothing wrong with being a star. I think a lot of people hear that and they get really uncomfortable with the idea of it. Dan, did I start a motion with that? A movement, getting up? That's what's up.
Yeah, you started the wave.
Yeah.
But what's called? I don't know. I definitely think like for the arts, I think because I paint a lot of portraits, right? That's usually my main thing. If I make a still life, that usually sells, just because it's like a decoration piece, whatever, right? But I still feel like it's like part of my narrative, my perspective on things. It's just real simple. But I know for me, when I make a portrait, it's really to show it, because those don't really sell like that, you know, which is fine. I don't make them to sell, or even like the occasional commission. But I think just being able to, like you said, having some sort of financial backing, somewhere, whether it be a job or even just something, and so I can create in peace. Like, that's what I want.
I feel like it's critical to let the work that you're making kind of inform those decisions as well. Because I mean, I don't have really an interest in making things, and I never really have had an interest in making things that are like potentially sellable. Whether I'd like deal more in ephemeral gestures or like things that aren't very permanent. And so that kind of leads me to a place where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to compromise that too much, and so I might as well find a different way to make money. Gotta get a job.
Yeah, I definitely heard that from friends who have like gallery representation or like have whatever, like they're sellers, and be like, hey, you should make more of this type of work or this because this sold well. And it's like, no, that just doesn't work like that. What do you think about that, Isaac?
I think that it goes back to the conversation about like, what is your goal of making work? And it should, I think personally, and I like to be kind of staunch on my opinions, I think it should be to have fun.
Totally.
Fun can mean a lot of stuff, and it can be a very broad term.
What's it mean for you?
Speaking for me, it means a lot of cathartic introspection, but in doing so in a way that's like explosive.
Yeah. Say that again, but in layman's terms.
Cathartic expression
would mean like healing through process.
Yeah.
But doing it, when I say like explosively in the studio, I mean like rapidly, quickly, just a very intuitive piecing of things together through material and symbol and action.
I feel like to speak to fun in that capacity too. For me, I love being in conversation with other folks. I feel like you and I share that to a degree, where it's like we're working with collaborators. We're like letting other people come in and like have like creative energy as well. To make a final product. That's like when I think of like the goal is to have fun. For me, it feels like it has to be involving other people in some way. Usually,
I think there's also like for me, and this maybe goes into talking again about like what our goals are.
Mm-hmm.
There's this weird narrative that you're taught in art school about like the evolution of art and art theory throughout contemporary and modern history. And I think for an art nerd, there's something satisfying and gratifying about like, even on a small scale like me or Harrison, like being able to contribute some sort of like picture or action or event or object to this larger art theory evolution. What's happening?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of the way that, like, for me, that's fun. It's kind of like a role-playing thing of like, oh, I'm important. But like, I've been really focused on Mick Jagger recently.
Yeah.
I was listening to Mick Jagger talk, and he was like, ooh, is one of the greatest performers of all time. Regardless of any other opinion about him, you have to say he is.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, somebody was like, oh, like, how did you develop being such a showboat on stage?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, if you're the lead man, then you have to be a showboat. And he was like, if you're not, then you're not a good lead man.
Just filling that role, basically.
That role, filling that role of like, I'm going to get up there and like act a fool. So there's something interesting about like being able to be an artist and like be art nerd and then fill the role of an art nerd of like, I'm making something and I'm showing out for the for the evolution of art theory, which is also, that's kind of a very Eurocentric way of thinking about it too, academically. But that, regardless of what that is, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Yeah, facts. Facts, twin.
Yeah, no, well, I was just thinking about what you said.
I'm just taking it in, bro. I didn't realize the Jacuzzi was gonna get that deep right now, bro.
Oh, I mean, the Koozie cast stays deep.
The Jacuzzi cast stays deep. Pause.
The thing that I really like about Harrison's practice and Harrison's work is related to that. Talking about academics, is that Harrison does not have a formal academic degree in art. He never took high level art classes.
Me either, bro. Shout out business, economics, whatever, all that.
And I think that has lent an enormous hand in developing a very unique and interesting outlook on art making and creation in general.
Interesting.
I appreciate that. You've been one of the helpful forces, especially in the past couple of years, is like the activity of like exhibiting work and sharing it in conversation with peers and like getting responses from it publicly has taken like a larger part of my practice. You've been a helpful voice in trying to not lean into like the intellectual insecurity of like not having a formalized academic background in this. And I think that our friendship has helped me realize that it is like it's a strength, not a weakness that I need to be ashamed of.
No, dude, definitely. I think that people like education isn't everything, right? Like as long as, you know, like especially in the arts, like if you're making work and can like, you know, all those things, like explain it, be able to talk about it thoroughly and just be like, yeah, that making fun, having fun with it.
Totally.
Like that's all that matters. Like, dude, I can't tell you how many people thought that I was a Georgia State grad, like art student. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm from.
I know that feeling. I rep the Panthers though, because I'm a chemistry grad from there.
Dude, are you?
Panther pride. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
100% 2020.
Well, even that, like, that's still cool, and you obviously apply it to your work, and that's pretty sick.
Totally. I mean, this is one thing too that we've
Not to
talked
glaze
about.
though.
Not to glaze
Not
too
glazing,
much. Not to
bro.
glaze too much. We're just being realistic right now.
we're glazing.
We're just being realistic.
We're glazing.
A little bit.
We're glazing and bouncing on it right now.
I remember some of the first. You and I used to talk about. We still do occasionally. We talk about the Astor Gates work a lot. And this idea to like the Astor is like coming from a place of like this is my upbringing. This is like what tools I've been taught by like my family, my job, my education, my labor. How can I use those tools to like do something? You know, whether it's in the studio or otherwise. And so I do think obviously, the chemical background does inform the work pretty heavily.
Yeah, the conversation I recall was, and it kind of, again, goes back to talking about, like, what do you wake up thinking about every day when you're making art? I mean, when you're not making art, and you should apply that to your art making. But it's that, like, don't overthink what you're making your work with.
Yeah.
Just use what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And when people are talking about, like, oh, how do I, a big, huge piece of advice I still carry with me all the way from when I was 18 years old, and it was given to me by Cosmo White, who was my first professor in college. And he was like, the work that you want to make, you have to figure out how to insert yourself into it. And for a long time, I didn't know how to do that. And I was really struggling with that and trying to come up with all these complex ways of doing it. And then I realized, why am I overthinking it? I know who I am. I know what makes me up. I know what I would like and what I want to talk about. So therefore, that's me. Just put that into what I'm doing. It's straightforward.
Yeah.
I wake up every day thinking about, for right now, Mick Jagger. So I'll work about with Rolling Stones. Like, why does it have to be so complicated?
100%.
I think it's really interesting, at least with your practice, how much music takes a part in it. Like whether it be like either like obviously like dressing up like these characters, like these musicians, or even just being like including those type of visuals into it, and then also alongside you being these characters, you playing these characters with the outfits, the even like the way your styles from your hair and like your face, your pretty face in these photos looking good.
We're talking about pretty face.
I know. But I'm just saying, I think it's really cool how well you play like just your own personal likings and then music into your work.
Thanks. Well, part of it is like a big part of my work is the entirety of my work is this intuitive collecting and repositioning of like characters and symbols that I feel were important to me growing up as a boy from here, Villa Rica.
From Villa Rica,
West Georgia, very far West Georgia. And like, I don't have to overthink that. The Rolling Stones were a bunch of like British boys making Southern music, or Elton John lived here and had an interaction with me that's interesting, or Elvis Presley is the boy from Tupelo, the king from Tupelo.
Yeah.
Or, so
Isaac, the boy from Villa Rica.
Yeah. And they don't have to be musicians. Like next is Huckleberry Finn, or next is Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, that's right.
Or,
I was going to ask you. So obviously you're going to Carnegie Mellon really soon. What is going to be the next chapter of your in your practice that you're doing?
I have a couple. The very next one is like the next big one is Huckleberry Finn and Mark Twain.
Yeah.
But I mentioned it the last time we talked.
That reminds me. You mentioned this like I think like 4 years ago when we met, bro. This Huckleberry Finn. Because you know what? Let me tell you a funny story. When around the first time I met Isaac, right, and obviously bumping into shows. Remember one time I forget if I was in the group chat yet or not, but definitely we're like, hey, let's go to Johnson Low. A couple fellas as Johnson Low, where we bumped into a particular Michael Rooks. And I don't think I hadn't met him. I don't know if you had met him. At that
I hadn't met
point.
him yet.
Exactly. So we're both like, yo, there he is. Yo, there he is. You know, from the guy. There he is. What should we tell him?
I was not like that. You were.
You were. No. You were like, I want to ask him to be Mark Twain and this and that.
Okay, I was like that because I wanted him to be in a Mark Twain costume.
Yeah, I know.
He looks just okay.
But you were like,
Michael Rooks is
there
my
he is.
friend. He does look a lot like Mark Twain. I think he'd be a great role for it.
But I just think it's funny that, and then we're just like, oh yeah, I said what's up. I was like, hey, you know, shout out, what's up? I'm Julian. You know, hey, I'm Julian. Hey, can I be in the High Museum? Yeah, no, I didn't say that, but I was just saying what's up. Like I do this and that, and then here comes Makai over here being like, yo, hey, I'm Isaac. Yeah.
I didn't even say that. I said,
hey, I'm Isaac.
I said,
hey, can I have an idea for you? I need you to be Mark Twain. He was like, okay.
that is not how it went, but it's okay. We'll let you have it.
I do think that point aside, one thing that I think is crazy about your relationship to your practice, you're the only person I've ever met who, like, now because we're living together, we have been for the past year. You'll like come home from the studio and I'll be like smoking a cigarette outside or some shit and we'll just intersect. And Isaac will like look at you and be like, I'm working on this piece right now. And he like genuinely is focused intentfully in the conversation with the hope that you imagine in your head. He's like, so there's like a chair that's flipped upside down. It's got a wooden back. And so I painted that green and then I bolted it into a record that sits on the floor and I strengthened that with plywood. And so the next step is to take a long steel cord, wrap it in loops, and then put a taxidermy cat on top. And I think what I'm going to do is cover that in silicone glaze and then maybe like zhuzh up the eyes with some X's. And then I think I want to have like some lights on it. It's like he'll give you the whole step-by-step for a sculpture that hasn't even happened yet. Every single step all the way to realization. And then I'm always like, you're like, does that make sense? And I'm like, I can't imagine that at all, bro. But then a week later, it's done.
I was about to say, you just described it perfectly. And then I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah, that was impressive. The way
Yeah, that was pretty good.
He wrote
That's an actual. But then I realized, while he was saying it, I was like, oh, wait, I already made that sculpture.
But that's good. But that's good though that you can visualize it and bring it to life.
Well, I think I said that again in the other conversation when you were talking about indie rockers and you asked me about indie rockers. Like that whole thing, there was no floor plan or anything like. I approached it very similarly to how I'm making my own work, where it was like, I already knew exactly where I wanted everything to be, and then in the process of doing it, certain things popped up and changed. But it was like minimal, smaller things because I already knew like the plan of like this is exactly what I want. Yeah. And then through the process, I make adjustments to make it perfect.
Yeah. From the outside, I was only there for the install like 2 days, like bringing my own work off. But I remember like having you in the studio and asking for your feedback, and the ideas came together so quickly before like the final roster was even decided. It was like, okay, here's how this work's going to look in the gallery. You're an intuitive dude, I feel like. But you also have like a really crazy capacity for like you know they talk about aphantasia, like whether you can visualize the apple in your head, whether you can rotate it. I feel like you have like a high degree of like visual capacity in your noggin because you'd be like talking about stuff so literally. I don't know of any other artists that really be like talking about their projects like that. I certainly don't think that way. Like I think that if I am in the studio and I know what the formal outcome of the work should be, if I have an idea for where I'm going with it, I get bored really quickly. Like that's why I think I have to continue to work in ways that are like where I hold the reins really loosely on a system I've set up, but the outcome is largely uncontrollable to a degree. I feel like that's like, because when we talk about this all the time, you're like, give me a space, I'll tell you what my work looks like in it. But I'm more of like, I got to show up and like listen and figure it out.
That's interesting because I think my version of making goes, I had this exact idea in my head of exactly what I want this thing to look like. Yeah. But I have no clue how I'm going to get to that point. So then I'm going to use the stuff that I like to use, that I know that is right in front of me, like we just mentioned, to sort of get as close of an approximation of what was in my head there. So then what ends up happening is, in my opinion, the way that I've thought about my work so far, and the way that I usually think about like the most successful parts of my work comes from when I didn't quite get to where I wanted to get it to, but the tension that lies between where I wanted the object to be and where I was able to get it to be at is what makes it so uncanny and interesting. And that creates like an energy of like, what am I looking at? Yeah, and what is this thing?
Totally. There have been like so many ideas you've told me. You can tell me exactly what the outcome is. And the way that I think about work, which is probably informed by like my background as like an analytical scientist, is like, how the hell are you going to do this? But it never seems to matter because like you always seem to figure out a way to do it. Yeah. And it's never like an orthodox way of doing it.
And then that also applies back to like on a larger macro scale, the idea of me embodying these certain characters is like, I'm picking some of the most famous people ever. Yeah. There's no way in the world that I'm going to be able to match Mick Jagger or Elvis Presley or Napoleon Bonaparte or, any of these historical figures. but I can put on the best cheap costume I can possibly find, and then try my best to dance like one of them, or try my best to sing like one of them, or try my best to act like one of them, or command like one of them, or whatever I want to do. So then that's the same, like, therefore I'm sort of thinking about performance in a very sculptural way.
Totally. 100%.
Yeah, I think regardless, because I think you hit the characters pretty well, right? Just on from the subjects, right?
Well, yeah,
I think the fact that people see you doing it, and that you're willing to put yourself out there. Like for the Elvis, like the performance at Hawkins, like that was fun, right?
Totally.
Even like if you weren't, I mean, Isaac, I wouldn't call Isaac a singer, but the performance was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that there's something that I'm detecting in what you're saying that I feel like there's like this really deep similarity between us. I think where like there's a sense of chaos that is really appreciated. For me, it seems like I set rules up to where like I can't control the formal outcome, but I like the way that it exists in your practice where you set like such lofty ideas that you're like, of course I can't be Elvis. I can't even summon Elvis, but I can like try and get there. And then it's where you actually end up. You have to say like shoot for the moon, land with the stars. Like you're still up there. You know what I mean? It's like crazy.
It's camp.
Yeah. 100%.
It's like, I mean, that's the definition of it, is that I'm trying to get to a very specific, very niche thing, but I can't.
Yeah.
So the uncanniness of not being able to reach that perfect level of this specific representational thing, whether it's a person or an object, that uncanniness is where the energy and the tension in the object or person is.
Yeah. That's a specific moment that feels really indicative of that you bring into the conversation is during the Elvis performance. Like you have, I think, I mean, you're a decent singer. You're not great, but like you practice for it. And then that part where you're singing a song where it's like, I'm evil, evil, evil. You're like embodying like with full confidence and like no fear of like the fact that you're not going to sound like Elvis. You're just going for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that you're trying, you know?
Yeah. And that's where it gets interesting. He's like, oh my God, this dude has like given himself over to the character in some moments. I do think the Elvis performance is an interesting bar to set with that. Because like the ecstasy of like a performance where you give yourself completely over to like being ridiculous in front of a group of people, that creates such a unique environment for the audience. It's like, you know, whether musicians are the characters that you choose to study for your long-term projects, you and I have always talked about this idea that you helped me come to realize like, you know, we're putting on a show. And so it's like, why are we asking people to come into a room and see our work? Is it going to be boring? Is it going to be like a captivating environment?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how if you choose to try and like reach that same bar of like, ecstatic fervor, and it's not a musician, like what does that look like? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm still waiting on you to do those films you've told me about, bro.
The film is happening.
What film?
You've mentioned a bunch of films of ideas you've had.
Yeah, bro.
These different acts.
Huh?
These different acts.
Yeah, it's been like 5 weeks since we had that conversation.
And this is the first chapter.
No.
On the original Jcast, like the one we recorded like 3-4 years ago, you're telling me the same stuff.
Wow.
I'm gonna put that out one day.
That's secret lore. The fact that episode exists is secret lore.
Dude, I know. I have 3 of those -0 Jcasts.
That's crazy.
In the tuck.
Talk about where that was.
Oh, that was crazy. So at that time when what do you call like the final product? The prototype Jcast Jugo. It was at Isaac's old studio before he got kicked out of Murphy Rail. Before they kicked him to the curb.
Before he got legally barred from the property.
I know,
still
bro.
Cannot return to this day.
But anyways, it was in the boxing match for the full 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Where Isaac got his ass beat. But we recorded in the ring.
In the studio.
I had the footage. I do want to put it out, I think.
Can I speak to that performance a little bit? Because that was, I think, one of the moments where our friendship reached like a new plateau of trust. I remember you and I were pretty good friends at that point.
Yeah.
But I was I think it was, what's going on?
Wait, what? Turn the mic? What?
I got red over here. We good?
I don't know. Yours is red?
Yeah, give him that mic.
Oh, is it dead? Oh, I don't know.
Well, am I good to keep talking? Yeah, okay, bet. This is just a funny story because you and I knew each other. We'd seen each other at openings, and I know that it was probably a year to the day after we met because I was at another GSU MFA open studios, and it was like 10:30, and those were I still have friends in the department, obviously. I have a lot of good friends over in the GSU MFA departments. But back in the day, I'd been close to a lot of them, so I went out, and it's like a big party, right? You're like kind of all getting drunk, and there's food and whatnot, everybody's having fun, showing everyone me and see it all. And so I leave, and I have a good buzz going, and I get a phone call from Isaac. It's like 10:30 p.m. or something, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just heading home from this party." You were at like a Johnson opening or some shit. And the boxing match was set to happen the next morning. Yeah. And so it's 10:30 p.m. and you asked me, you're like, "Hey, you think you'd be able to referee the boxing match tomorrow?" Yeah. I remember being like, "Dude, I've never even seen a fight before. Like, I don't even," but I was like, "Hell yeah, like I'll go home." So I went home that night. watch like 2 videos of referees moving just to get an idea of like how they move.
Yeah.
And then I remember the next morning I went to Walmart, bought a shirt, bought a whistle, bought some shoes, just like got like a referee outfit essentially. Like I'm cosplaying for it. I remember showing up and you and Sam were there getting ready for the fight, and I'm nervous as all hell because people are starting to gather. It's like a busy day at Murphy Rail, and I just remember one of those moments when I'm like, God damn, Isaac is wild. I was telling you, like I was just kind of like, because I was insecure about the fact that I had no idea what I was doing, and you were about to get your ass beat essentially, or put yourself up for the stakes again, your ass beat. And I remember being like, how do I know who won the fight? And Isaac was like, you just kind of have to decide. I remember we were in there. I was, 9 rounds in, 8 rounds in, whatever it was, watching you get fucking worked over by Sam. And you were like, knelt over. There's like a crowd of like 150 people outside the windows, like beating on the windows, cheering, everything. And you're like, you gotta call the fight, bro. And then, we're here in Villa Rica where your mama lives. And I remember we came out of that room when you unlocked the studio door, and we came out after we announced Sam the winner of the fight. And your mom grabbed me. She's like, I cannot believe you let it go on for that long. It's crazy. I didn't know he was actually going to get hurt in there.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy, dude.
Well, it's funny because the reason I was freaking out and being like, oh my God, I don't have a referee, I got to ask Harrison, was because I was at that. It's funny you remember I was at the Johnson Law. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm telling this part of the story now, is because I had went to that. And for the first time, people were coming up to me and being like, you're that boxing guy. You're the guy doing that boxing thing, right? And then it's like a bunch of people coming up to me being like, oh, you're doing that boxing thing tomorrow.
And I was like, oh, wait, like, people are paying a lot of attention right now. This is freaking me out.
Yes.
And I was like, I have to make sure that everything is perfect. And I remember thinking, like, who is the only person that I could call right now that would jump into it and, like, give it their all?
Yes.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to call Harrison.
Shout out. Dude, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Dude, you know what I just thought about? I forgot. I put together that show, Southern Hospitality, and put the 2 fellas up in there, dude.
Of course. That was our first time. Was that our first time ever exhibiting together? I think it was. Yeah. That show felt like a fever dream because it was a really compelling group of people that I feel like otherwise would never be brought into the same room together.
I will say, I do appreciate y'all trusting in me to show work and do stuff like that. I will say, though, Harrison, though, after I put the flyer, I don't think I told y'all what the who the artists were showing. But after I put the flyer out, Harrison messaged me. He's like, yo, I didn't realize all these people are going to be in the show. I need to switch the work I'm going to show.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I speak to that? Yeah, because I honestly, I remember that memory explicitly because you sent me the lineup and I was like, God damn, this is stacked. Because you have been being so casual about it. And honestly, I mean, the state of curation in Atlanta is such that there's a lot of shows that go by where not a lot of thought is put into like what's happening with like the energy between the people that are brought into the room. And so when you sent me the lineup, I was like, I want to show up with like my fullest potential of the show. So yeah, you're the first curator ever to approach me. I send them work and then I'm like, nah, I need to up the level just to stay on par.
But it's funny because like, look, I will say anything I do, I try to put my best into it. Like advice that I always think about from my dad was, my dad's like a blue collar guy, always been, right? He always encouraged me, like, whatever. And, like, he was talking me about art one time when I was, like, 17, 18. He's like, look, are you serious about it? And I'm like, yeah, like, this is what I want to do. And he was like, whatever you do it well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, especially stuff like that show, among, like, other stuff that I've done, I was like, yeah, let me get, like, a good group of artists, get a bunch of good work in, a nice space. Totally. And the show was, like, to me, it was a success. Yeah. Bro, like, totally. Oh, my God, here.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed the space. I thought that the gallery was kind of interesting. Yeah. Like it had that weird rotund.
Yeah.
And I was happy that I got to put that weird sculpture in there too.
Yeah, on the floor.
Yeah. Here.
Type shit. Yeah, man, I'll say it. Listen, Isaac and I, the JCast is a beautiful project from the outside. Like your dedication to, you're talking about doing everything to the fullest. We often talk about the JCast. Because you've really been 10 toes down on the ground figuring this shit out. Also, like you and Marcos, shout out Marcos. The work schedule that y'all keep up is insane. And it's inspirational, genuinely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Like honestly, like I'm telling you, I've had this idea since like years ago because I love like obviously being friends with like you guys as artists and you all are cool, like beyond being artists, right? I rock with y'all for real. But what's it called? I think just like for me, when it comes to enjoying work, I think knowing people's personality adds a different layer to it. Yeah. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, they were telling me they listened to Isaac's episode, right? And they're like, oh, it's funny that Isaac's like a history nerd and like would be like playing Roblox and stuff like that, right? Yeah. But like stuff like that, like it makes me understand like, oh, that makes sense. He's a history buff.
Yeah.
It goes into his some of his work, some of the pieces he's done. That's really cool to me. And I feel like
Thanks.
yeah, of course. some light. But I feel like just having that and being able to show that off, highlight other people in the arts
Totally.
is so fun to me. And people like me. I don't know what it is, maybe it's the good looks, the nice tan.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
Oh, well that's true. That is true.
You know what people like about you, bro?
What? I know what they like, buddy.
That beautiful, gorgeous, sexy face of yours.
Thank you.
Speak on that one, brother.
I got nothing to say to that.
Whoa,
No
that's
objections.
crazy. I
No
thought we're
objections.
no
No
objections.
objections.
Oh.
No objections. Nothing
I
to
thought
add.
you were saying nothing to say that people like.
No, he already said it. Why would I say it again?
I don't know, man. But I think it's fun, dude. I think it's going good, really, really good. Shout out
I think so too.
Shout out my super producer Marcos.
Yes, Marcos.
Marcos on the ones and twos.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah. One thing that's funny about me and Isaac, because
Yeah.
we really are, we're locked in for life. We really are
Shout out.
shit is forever. We literally are making a contract to see each other 2 or 3 times a year till the day we die when you leave for Pittsburgh.
Nice.
We're locked in a contractually legally binding kind of way. But we have it's funny. I think that when we're out in public, especially in the weird cultural container of going to openings and stuff
Yeah.
that we all do together, you have a visage that you kind of present sometimes. But everybody does. You know what I mean? It's you can't interact at an incredibly deep level with everybody you see. So it is cool to see these conversations and to get a better idea of who these people are and a long
Yeah.
conversation that you might not have had yet.
And
I mean,
it's-
Isaac and I have conversations in the carport every night. We'd be hashing it out emotionally, crying. You know what I mean? Showing each other a depth that you have a problem with. Apparently, you just wanted the mic to be able to, in case I say the next thing wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
go ahead.
checking.
Now you go ahead.
So there's usually nights where, it's almost every night we're sitting in the carport
Because we live together, literally.
because we live together. Harrison has tried multiple times to come into the bedroom and snuggle with me, and I had to be like, Harrison, that is extraordinarily inappropriate between 2 grown men who are best friends and straight.
Okay. Are both
Two?
straight?
Two?
Two straight
No,
guys?
He knows I'm not straight. He knows I'm not straight, bro.
For the sake of the joke, you are. So,
Yeah.
but nah, we be on the carport, really chopping it up, emotional. He be crying, I be holding him.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, I was about to say so.
He has nothing to say.
No,
to
I was at a question. So, yeah. So how do you feel about Isaac? He's leaving, bro.
I'll tell you, I'm sad, man. I'm sad. It's my best friend and my brother, man. No, yeah, no doubt. It's I mean, Atlanta is a really particular place because people leave pretty often. It's a really, really, kind of classic to the point of being joked on path. You know what I mean? So I'm sad about it, man. But I'm happy for you to approach bigger horizons.
Thank you.
I was like, yeah, of course. Once Isaac broke the news to the chat, I was like, that's awesome. That's amazing. That's some great news, But then I was like, damn, he's leaving.
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
I'm sure he'll be back. Well, yeah,
It's true.
that is a
100%.
lot. That is a big thing. So many people have told me that, where it's just people start, doing their work, doing the practice, to get some clout.
Sure.
They think they're too good for the city.
It's funny. No,
They forget where they came from.
Again,
they leave.
It's really easy to joke about it, but I think it is important to kind of stay grounded in the fact that Atlanta has a really solid group of people that are committed to being here.
yeah.
People leave to follow opportunity because you have to. It's people go for jobs, people
Yeah.
travel for different things, but no, Atlanta's got a lot of beautiful people.
Yeah.
I try to be optimistic about it, but it is hard sometimes. People be leaving all the time.
Do you see yourself staying?
Yeah, it's funny. I almost moved to New York last year. I really wanted to live there for 2 to 3 years, just because I've been going to New York more and more because of some of my best friends living up there, and getting to go to a world class institution and get access to just cultural artifacts or art objects or whatever you want to call them that you would never see in Atlanta. It's kind of intoxicating and addicting. And so I wanted to move there, but I kind of chickened out, which is good because a lot of things have positively come my way in the meantime in Georgia, the Arcadia Award and upcoming opportunities this year.
Shout out.
Shout out
My
shout out
goat.
Arcadia, changing
Shout
my
out
life.
Harrison, bro. What do you mean? It's all
That's
you,
it.
bud.
I appreciate that, man. Shout out Arcadia for real, though. Yeah, you want to say something? Anyway, so I'm locked into Atlanta for probably I say at least another 2 to 3 years, but it's probably going to be for life, to be honest with you. I just always keep saying 2 to 3 years, and then, I'm staying. I got a beautiful job, got a beautiful place I'm living, got a beautiful studio. I'm grateful for a lot of stuff here. And my grandparents live right down the road.
Yeah, and I've always said the only I've had many friends move to different cities, and for different reasons. Many of them were for art, and I always said to myself that I was not going to go anywhere unless someone was asking me to come.
Yeah.
So I wasn't just going to up and move to chase something or whatever. I'll do a lot of wild things, but Like I know that I can figure out how to get done what I want wherever I'm at.
Yeah.
So knowing that somebody really wanted me to come to school
Yeah.
meant a lot, and I was like, obviously I'm gonna go.
Would you leave Atlanta for a woman?
No,
Okay, real.
unless I'm married to her already.
Okay.
Then I'll do anything for her. That's my wife.
I leave Atlanta for a woman like once every other week to go see my.
Yeah, Harrison is definitely that guy.
Take that as you will.
But that's not a bad thing. Everybody needs romantics, bro.
Yeah, I'm a romantic without a doubt.
I
Without a
can
doubt.
see- I can see that from your work, dude. Like you're very sensual with your writings. I'm for real. I'm not even being funny. You're like that's the way.
sensual.
Sensual is just a crazy word.
I'm just being for real, bro.
I like that vocab for this specific topic, bro. Sensual.
I'm being for real. Like in your when your work that features like poetry and your writing. Like,
Yeah. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel warm inside. And I feels like I'm close to Harrison, bro. It makes me feel like Harrison's right next to me, bro.
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, that's the goal in some way.
I can feel like Harrison's like his warmth.
No, I appreciate that. I feel that, jokes aside, I appreciate the sentiment. That means a lot to me, man.
Yeah.
Sensual is a crazy word, but I definitely am a romantic.
What? How else would you?
I mean,
describe
sensual just implies a sense of like physical eroticism that I'm not really.
Is that how you
always
see
going for.
sensual?
Yeah, typically. Maybe that's my definition. I'm literally talking in the middle of a sentence right now. My brother.
Hey, bro, be quiet, bro. Yeah, I usually view your work as like really sexy,
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that.
and like
Coming
it
from
turns
you.
me on.
Coming from you, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, when I see Isaac's work, I'm like, it's super erotic.
Yeah, I mean, your work is pretty erotic.
Yeah, bro.
I think so.
I'd be like, yup. I'd be like, yeah, Isaac posted, bro. For real.
That's crazy, Jay. You gotta chill with that crap, man. Quit playing.
What do you mean? I'm
Jay's
telling
in
you,
here. Y'all can't even see what his hands are doing. Which camera am I
dude.
looking at?
I'm talking. I'm just talking through experiences, bro.
Type shit. And I'm not trying to judge you for it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You see what Isaac be posted, like commenting on every one of my
Trust me, I
posts.
see everyone. I'm in the trenches. Like, comment, follow. I get on other accounts, save it. I'm trying to boost the algorithm for
Thank
you.
you,
Know
bro. Thank you,
Yes.
bro. Honestly, dude, it's honestly so funny. Not funny, but it's just like surprising, but kind of not how much people support Jugo, the JCast, bro.
Oh, the JCast is for life. I mean, yeah, if you're dedicated to it, we're dedicated to it. That's really all it is. That's the difference maker.
That's why I've been telling the Monicals. I was like, look, like he's always down. That's my guys. Day one. My for real is day one. My day zero,
Literally.
bro. Matter of fact. But like
The man with undeniable energy.
that's what I'm saying. But I think just having like that was one of the big things. I was like, we need to have a schedule.
Hmm.
Like, and I made it Thursday because gallery openings, you know, we talking art or whatever. You know? So like Thursdays and make sure every week. Shout out to Light.
Yes.
Every week, posting an episode, right? At the very least. If not any clips, and if nothing else, at least post episode. And we've been doing it. We're on this will be like what, episode 11? I think it's episode 11, right?
Type shit. Had to hit double digits first.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, Julián. I'm gonna interrupt you one time. I don't really know what we're talking about right now. The hot tub's getting really hot. I've had a
Yeah.
couple of these drinks, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you know this. If you were Chris Rock and Will Smith came on stage
Yeah.
at the Oscars
Yeah.
and said whatever he said, and then
Don't say that word right now, bro.
and then slapped you,
Yeah.
live on stage, what would you do? Would you do what Chris
Honestly,
Rock did?
Chris Rock, what he did in that situation.
No,
like,
I'm no.
like,
You talking about another man right now? I'm asking you, Big J.
I'm saying
What
he
would
was-
you do in that? Somebody, a grown man, Will Smith slaps you because you made fun of his bald headed wife. What you finna do about it?
First of all, I wouldn't have let it gone. The way he was approaching, obviously, he wasn't coming to like talk and chat, right? Chris Rock should have known. So first, I would have been like a Dragon Ball where they like, shing, like like dodge it, and then be like security.
I was talking
Yeah.
about instant transmission.
That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't have even let it get to that point.
Right. You would have resolved the situation previously.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah. I have literally nothing to say.
you
on
see
this.
Will Smith like stomping over, all mad, looking at you, like what?
Yeah, no, I'm running.
That's
First of all,
Let me ask you another question.
Too real for the
I got
broadcast.
nothing.
For the broadcast,
For the
I got
broadcast.
nothing.
let me ask you another question.
Sure, bud.
You know who Chris Kyle is?
Bro, no.
I'm just kidding.
Chris, is that the American sniper? Who's
I'm
that?
not engaging that. I enjoy that answer. That was a good answer.
Thank you.
I personally feel like you would, and you're my boy.
Yeah.
So just know this before I say this. I personally feel like if you were on stage hosting the Oscars,
Pretty soon.
yeah, that Will Smith would get on the stage and you would clam up and he would slap the living dog piss out of you.
No, at all.
And he would say, "Don't talk about my wife that way." And you would cry in Peter pants.
Look, I don't know what's the art award when I'm presenting. What's an art award there? Teddy? Some
Sure.
whatever.
There's
lame-
the McDowell Fellowship.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, when I'm presenting
The Nobel Prize in Arts and Culture.
when I'm presenting the Nobel Prize in Arts and Culture, and I'm talking crazy on Isaac and his lady, and he wants to come up, I wish Isaac would come up, bro. Interrupting my gig right now. Oh my god, bro! I would have like 20 Mexicans on you immediately, bro. You think they're gonna let that happen to me?
Who would I be?
I'm nowhere near the situation. This is not for me to discuss.
He's Jada Pinkett.
So
that means I'm Will Smith.
when I'm clowning on Harrison,
Probably not be.
when I'm clowning on Harrison, and then Isaac wants to come defend you, bro.
This is crazy.
It's not gonna go good for Isaac, bro.
This is a crazy segment.
I got like 100 pounds on you, buddy,
What did we say about this earlier? I'm not gonna say it.
I got nothing.
and I got no time for karate, buddy. We're pow. Call me Clint Eastwood, pal.
Leon, what's your favorite movie?
Me? What's a good movie, bro? I really like what's it called? La Bamba.
La Bamba.
You never seen La Bamba?
There's a
Bro.
spot. Let me tell you something real quick.
What?
This is good for the cast. There's a spot here in Villa Rica called La Bamba where they do karaoke.
Ooh.
And if I wasn't doing this podcast, I would be there right now with my cousin singing Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones for a bunch of old people.
Shout out.
La Bamba is sick.
I do like La Bamba. I think my good karaoke song. What's a good karaoke song? Like I do a lot of Mexican music though. Like Cristian Nodal, Juan
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Ay, ay, ay. That's that song by Cristiano Del, right?
Yeah.
I like that song.
What's your top karaoke song?
You saw me do Mariposa Traicionera by
Oh,
Mana
that
just a
is
couple
right.
days ago,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
butchered it.
Hold on. For the record, all right, Harrison killed Mariposa Traicionera by
You might have a
Maná.
white boy
Yeah,
speak a
I'm
little
fishing.
Spanish tonight.
dude,
you
the
might
way-
have a white boy
bro,
speak
the
a
way
honk speak a
you
little
were
Spanish.
The way you were getting into it, you were dancing to it, like you had the crowd going, bro.
It was not my first time. I'll say that much.
I could tell. You're like a professional.
I love performing karaoke.
My boy Harrison represents the honks very well.
Thank
Just to let you know.
Thank you. brother. Yeah,
he
I
puts on for the team, honestly.
I do. I mean, I go line dancing every month.
Yeah.
For a year. I love karaoke.
Yeah, big
dancer.
big white boy over here.
Yes. Big white boy. Nice.
Yep.
You got any questions for us, Julián?
Yeah.
Oh, I got another one for Julián.
Oh, okay, yeah, ask me a question.
No, Julián asked me what my favorite movie is.
What's your favorite? What is?
What my favorite movie is?
What's your favorite movie?
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Have you ever seen it?
I have seen it. Dude, you look just like Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
That could go in many different ways, depending on how you take that. Because his character,
You know exactly what I'm saying, bro.
I know exactly what you're saying. Here's the deal. That's a really good movie.
It is a good movie.
Covers all emotions. Have you ever seen it, Harrison?
No.
It's about, okay.
Yeah, because you're a loser. And
Yeah. It's about Johnny Depp and his little brother. He's some sort of mental illness. He's like low functioning, kind of, and it's just kind of navigating that. Dude, when he finds his mom, Gilbert, when he finds his mom,
don't spoil it for the people in the
We're not-
cast, bro.
I'm not.
You
I'm
have
not,
a wide audience of nearly millions.
I know, bro.
And you're talking about the you're spoiling it, bro.
You're currently listening to Atlanta's #1 arts and culture podcast.
Million. I'm talking about trillions of listeners.
What's the
dog.
population of Atlanta?
Trillions.
Like 7 trillion.
It's like,
That's how many viewers we got right now.
and it's not just Atlanta, bro. It's also Charlotte.
Dude, Nashville, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, they're
Nashville fuck with
they're,
you?
You're
they're
taking
gonna,
over Nashville,
dude,
bro.
They're gonna fly. They're flying us out to Nashville, bro.
Nice. Shout out.
Shout out New Welt.
That was
No, I'm shouting
Bro,
out.
bro,
I'm shouting
bro.
out New Welt because that's
Marcus
my
got that.
business.
Yeah.
That's my business.
Yeah.
Shout out New Welt.
Shout out New World.
Shout out all of them. Shout out Chattanooga. My
Shout
boy
out
that's-
Chattanooga. Shout
yeah.
out Stoveworks.
Yeah, bro.
People.
Yeah.
I like Stoveworks too because is it the director who commented?
Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte commented on my post
Yeah.
and tagged Tyler Childers, and I thought that was
Dude,
really cool.
no, that was-
You know what's been crazy?
Oh, that wasn't Charlotte.
The people at Hambidge and like
I don't know anybody at Stoveworks, to be honest.
the people at Hambidge, they were posting all the Jugo posts.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see them repost the Jacuzzi cat
At
Shout
where?
out Hambridge.
at Hambridge.
At the hand
They've been reposting all my stuff. I'm
Shout
like,
out Hambridge. Shout out Stovework. Shout out residencies, life changing experiences.
yes. Shout out the arts, bro.
Shout out to the arts.
Let me see.
Leon, who's your favorite artist?
You know, I really like Alice Neal.
Okay, interesting.
I like her. You know, she was a painter from New York. She does a lot of portraits and like people.
That
around
actually
her.
makes sense because of the work that I've seen you make.
I just think what's it? My high school art teacher. Shout out Miss Turk. She put me onto her.
Miss Turk?
Miss Turk, cool. Stephanie Turk. But she put me onto her work and like something about like the way she does portraits and just like she was painting. She's in New York and painting the people around her. A lot of Dominicans. I'll just leave it at that. I know, but they're really good portraits. I'll show you her work later. But that's I would say that's one of my favorite artists.
Okay, cool. Pass the mic over to my boy Harrison.
What's your favorite artist?
I don't have a lot of favorite visual artists. I have favorite poets. I really fuck with Charles Simic, William Carlos Williams, Edward Hirsch. Yeah. I don't know if I have like a super favorite visual artist, to be honest with you. I don't know if I do, to be honest with you. I mean, I think like I'm constantly thinking about Felix González Torres' work, but I don't know if he's like one of my
Maybe,
favorites.
but I also think you used to talk about the metal.
Richard Serra?
Yeah, you like Richard Serra.
I do, yeah, I love Richard Serra's
Yeah,
work.
I would say, if I were to. Oh, that's a good question. I think his favorite artist is Richard Serra.
That's so funny. I mean, it's definitely up there 100%. Actually, my favorite artist might be Michael Heiser, to be honest with
really?
you. Yeah.
You can answer. I bet you know.
I would guess that. It's kind of a combination of Matthew Barney, Ashley Bickerton, Urs Fisher. Like I feel like Matthew Barney is the right one.
You didn't put Joseph Boys in there at all.
Joseph Boys, of course. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking. Of
I feel like
contemporary.
Boys
I'm
would
thinking
be
of contemporary.
foundational, but then contemporary would be. Is big? I mean, yeah, I guess big. You still consider contemporary. Do you have to be alive to be contemporary?
Actually, maybe so. Yeah, technically.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. to go.
But it's probably Matthew Barney.
Yeah.
I like Urs Fisher. I like Ashley Bickerton, Joseph Boys. I like Kara Walker, Theaster Gates, Andrea Frazier. I could keep going.
This
Okay.
is not you saying your favorite artist. You're listing like 100 artists you like.
Yeah.
That's just because I like try and combine all of them all the time. So
Yeah. Here, real quick, hold on. Marcos, what time are we at?
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, how about this? Let's get to one last question, right?
Okay.
To the viewers of the JCast right now, Fresh Jugo. What would you, as you two, as you know, many years into your career with cool accolades and great work, what's something you guys want to? Who's the group leader? Who's the group leader? Who's the top? Who's big bro, little bro in this little duo right here?
Unfortunately, Isaac is big bro. I think. I hate to say it, bro. I hate to say it.
That's-
I've taken.
Yes.
I mean, no, you're crazy. I mean, being your best friend has been a transformative experience, my brother.
thank you.
Constantly.
Harrison's big bro. Because he's older than me, and he's got the sauce. Shout out. And also, if every time that he's ever asked me to make something for him,
Yeah.
I've done it completely
Submissive.
free of charge.
Submissive.
So therefore, like, yeah, I'm a little bit submissive. So therefore, between the two of us, who's dom, who's sub, who's top, who's bottom,
Yeah.
I think we switch.
I believe it. That's cool that y'all have
But
that
I'm big
dynamic.
Yeah.
It's cool that y'all have that dynamic. But I clearly son both of you. So
Facts. I mean, really, there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the-
It's Big J. It's not Little J.
that's
You're
what,
right.
that's what I'm saying.
Big J,
Yeah.
100%.
Except for the what?
Big
Except
J
for
with the little J.
Oh.
On the cast.
Oh
On
my
the
god.
cast. Live. The truth coming to light.
All right. I think. I guess that's it. Right? Do you guys have anything else to say?
No. Shout out Marco. Shout out Julián. Thank you for coming out to Villa Rica. Crazy
Yeah,
drive
yeah.
basketball. Yeah.
I do have one more thing to say. Earlier, when you were asking the last question, I looked down through the water. Make sure you put this in the cast, bro. This is the way that you have to close this out. And then you can also like zoom it in close on my face when you edit this.
Truth bomb incoming.
Right at the very end of that question, I looked down into the water. And you know what 2 feet were touching? There was a nice brown foot and a nice white foot standing right on top of each other, scratching each other's toes.
Only on the JCast.
Only on the JCast.
Only on the JCast.
That's just three
Thank y'all
boys
for
in a
watching.
tub together.
Thank y'all for watching for real.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
We're good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Thank y'all, bro. I appreciate
That
y'all
was
for
fun as
real.
hell.
Come
That
on,
was
come
fun as hell,
on.
dude. That was fun as hell. Marcos, bro,
Yeah.
your energy behind the camera is so